Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to Ad-Dars Al-Thani, the second lesson from Medina Book 1. Now guys, in this lesson, we are going to cover an example of another Ismu Ishara in Arabic. Now if you remember in our last video, we covered the Ismu Ishara Hada, and we said that the word Hada in Arabic means this. We also looked at those conditions, and we said there were three. We looked at those three conditions that have to be true, or those conditions that have to be met in order for us to use the word hada in a sentence that is grammatically correct. Okay? And if you remember, we said that the first condition in order for us to use hada is that the thing or the person we're speaking about has to be singular. In Arabic, we say mufrad. The second condition we mentioned was that the thing or the person we're speaking about has to be mudhakkar, masculine. And we touched upon that nouns in Arabic are gender-based. Some nouns are masculine nouns and some nouns are referred to as feminine nouns. And the last and final condition that we mentioned in our previous video for us to use the word hada in a sentence is that the thing or the person we're speaking about has to be in close proximity to the speaker. And we said that the word for close in Arabic is qareeb. And we gave a few examples of the word hada in a sentence. If you remember, we said hada baytun, this is a house. Hada masjidun, this is a mosque. Hada kitabun, this is a book. Hada waladun, this is a boy. Hada maktabun, this is a desk. هذا سرير, this is a bed. هذا كرسي, this is a chair. هذا قلم, this is a pen, just to name a few. And we also said that these sentences are also considered to be nominal sentences. Why is that? Because they both start, or they all start with a subject. In this case, it's هذا, which is also considered to be a noun, okay? And it's definite. Remember guys, when you point at anything, you're pointing at something or drawing the listener's attention to something. That thing that you're pointing to has to be definite. Okay, so it begins with a subject, a mubtada, which is definite, ma'rifa. And it ends with a khabar. As we said, the khabar gives us news or information about what, guys? About the subject. So all of those sentences, هذا بيت, هذا مسجد, هذا كتاب, are all examples of nominal sentences in Arabic. Now in this lesson, we're going to cover another demonstrative pronoun, and it's called ذلك. Repeat after me. ذلك, which means that. Now similar to the conditions needed or required in order to use hada, we also have those same conditions or similar conditions when using the word ذلك. Two conditions from the conditions of hada coincide with the conditions of ذلك. And the third and final condition differs. And also, when we use the word ذلك, just like hada, we are pointing to something or someone specific. For example, I can say ذلك كتاب, which means that is a book. This sentence is also considered to be a nominal sentence in Arabic. We have our Ismu Ishara ذلك, which is also ma'rifa. Why guys? Because I'm pointing to something specific. Alright, so it's ma'rifa, meaning definite, and then we have the khabar kitabun, which is our news. It's giving us information about the thing I'm pointing to. And as you can see from the tanween at the end of the word, that it is nakira, indefinite. Much like hada, when speaking about or pointing to someone or something using the ismu ishara ذلك, we must ensure that that particular thing is singular. In Arabic we say mufrad. We could say, for example, ذلك قلم. That is a pen. It would be incorrect to say ذلك أقلام. أقلام being the plural of qalam. It just wouldn't make sense. In addition, just like we mentioned for the word هذا, the thing or the person we're speaking about when using ذلك has to be مذكر, masculine. For example, the word for a watch in Arabic is ساعة. Okay, repeat after me. ساعة. And it's known to be a feminine noun. And we're going to cover this noun specifically in more detail in a later video, inshallah ta'ala. So, seeing that ساعة is a feminine noun, it would be incorrect for us now to say ذلك ساعة. But in English, you will see that the translation is fine. That is a watch. Because we don't have this gender-based sensitivity in the English language. But in Arabic, it's incorrect. Because there has to be conformity between the genders of the ismu ishara and also the thing that you're actually pointing to, known as the musharun ilayhi. Okay? So for example, I could say ذلك بيت. Because ذلك is used for when speaking about something masculine, and the word baytun, which would be the musharun ilay, the thing that is actually being pointed to, is also masculine. So in conclusion, there has to be conformity between the genders of the ismu ishara, the demonstrative pronoun, and also the musharun ilayhi, that thing or person which is being pointed to. So in conclusion, guys, we looked at the two conditions that هذا shares with ذلك. And we said that it's those two conditions are that the person or the thing that you're pointing to has to be number one, mufrad, singular, and number two, masculine, mudhakkar. Okay, guys? Now let's take a look at the third and final condition that هذا differs with ذلك. If I had a book in my hand, bearing in mind the book would be in close proximity to the speaker. I am the speaker. It would be incorrect in Arabic to say ذلك كتاب. Can you guess why? As you probably already guessed, it is because the book, the musharun ilay, the thing that is being pointed to, is in close proximity to the speaker. And as we said, for هذا, this is fine. However, when using ذلك, it's essential, imperative to remember that the musharun ilay, the thing or the person being pointed to, has to be far away from the speaker. In Arabic, the word for far is ba'id. Repeat after me. Ba'id. Please now open up your books to الدرس الثاني, the second lesson. I'm going to pop off the screen, but you're going to see the text appear just like it appears in your books. It says الدرس الثاني, the second lesson. الدرس means the lesson, and الثاني means the second. Repeat after me. الدرس الثاني ذلك. Now let's read the following sentences together, translating all of the sentences into English. Repeat after me. ما ذلك? What is that? ذلك نجم. That is a star. هذا مسجد وذلك بيت. This is a mosque and that is a house. هذا حصان وذلك حمار. This is a horse and that is a donkey. أذلك كلب؟ لا، ذلك قط. Is that a dog? No, that is a cat. ما ذلك? What is that? ذلك سرير. That is a bed. من هذا ومن ذلك. Who is this and who is that. هذا مدرس وذلك إمام. This is a teacher and that is an imam. ما ذلك. What is that. ذلك حجر. That is a stone. هذا سكر وذلك لبن. This is sugar and that is milk. And then it says تمرين, which means exercise. It then goes on to say اقرأ واكتب, which means read and write. Now for your homework, I'd like you to read the sentences paying close attention to pronunciation. Then write out all of the sentences, ensuring that you add all of the vowel sounds. Once you've completed your homework, you can download the answer sheet in the download section toward the right hand side of your screen. Now that concludes الدرس الثاني, the second lesson from Medina Book 1. I hope you enjoyed and more importantly benefited from today's lesson, and I look forward to seeing you in lesson number 3. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.